What we have here isn't just a history lesson. We are literally cracking open a declassified FBI case file.
So because he was seen as the boss, the FBI kicks things into high gear, and the file takes us to a new location, Miami, 1962. They called it Operation Golden Gate Hotel. Agents are on the ground, the bugs are live, and the tapes are rolling.
This timeline is just fascinating. It's a real peek into the cat-and-mouse game they were playing. Look at that first entry. He's on the phone, but it's all in Italian. The agents are stumped. Classic move. Then you see these little pieces of the puzzle. A quick 2-minute meeting at the airport. A trip to another hotel. On March 9th, they get eyes on him at a restaurant. And get this, he later retells the story in Sicilian. He knows he's being followed. By the 17th, the pressure is clearly getting to him. He's very angry on a call. And then, just like that, he's gone. Back to New York.
And if you needed any proof that he knew what was going on, here it is. This is a direct quote from him, picked up by a bug right after that restaurant incident. He's explaining the FBI's exact moves to someone. The law entered with a camera, took a menu and a position. He's not paranoid, he's just observant. The game is completely out in the open.
And that's where the investigation pivots, from the streets into the spreadsheets.
And this leads us to the next big chapter in the file. A company called SGS Associates. This was the FBI's big push to see what was hiding behind Gambino's seemingly legitimate businesses.
Now, to get what they were trying to do, you have to understand this term, anti-racketeering. This was the legal tool, the weapon they were planning to use. The whole idea was to prove that a business that looked perfectly fine on paper was actually tied to illegal activity. That was the whole angle.
Okay, so here's the company, SGS Associates. The address is prime real estate in New York City. The stated business sounds professional enough, public and labor relations. But then you look at who owns the place. The G, that's Gambino. He owns a third of it. And the second S, a fella named Henry Saltstein, who the file notes is a convicted burglar and bookmaker. I mean, come on, that's not just a red flag, that's a whole parade of them.
And here's what happens when that information gets out. William Levitt was a huge name, the guy who built Levittown, a major client for SGS. This quote from his spokesman is pure panic. You can just feel them scrambling to cut ties as fast as humanly possible. The association was toxic. And yet, here's the kicker. Even with the shady partners and the panicked clients, nothing. 5 separate investigations, federal, state, and local, and not a single criminal charge stuck. Not against the company, not against its owners. It just goes to show you how insulated, how protected these operations really were.